Hi folks, in this video just a quick long-term review of these guys, the Yongnuo YN560, the 563 and the 564. I bought these 4 years ago now, and I bought 3 of them and 1 TX transmitter controller, and I've never regretted it. They're still going strong. Obviously they're in mint condition because I look after my things. I've had no problem with them. I've used them a lot and I absolutely love them. At the time I was dithering between going for Yongnuo or going for Godox. At the time it was the V860 I believe. But what I did like about the Yongnuo is that they had a built-in receiver, whereas the Godox, this is the previous system, it's been updated. At the time this was the transmitter and you had to have one of these which would go on the studio lights, which I have. Sorry, this one goes on the studio lights and this one would go on the actual Speedlights. They've moved on since, and with the V862s they have built-in digital receiver and a different controller. The advantage that the Godox has over these, especially the latest one, is the high speed sync, but that's not really something that I use a lot. But these were fantastic value for the price of one Godox Speedlight. I bought 3 Speedlights of these and 1 controller, and more importantly these take normal AAA batteries, so I don't need to worry about different chargers for different batteries and power packs and so on. So all I need anywhere I go is 1 AAA battery charger and 1 small USB charger for my camera battery, whether it's for my Nikon or my Fuji. I have one for each one. I find them very good. And although Nikon has recently, with its latest flash that it brought out a couple of years ago, finally moved over to digital controller and flash, the previous version that Nikon had up until 2-3 years ago was still not digital radio controlled. It was infrared, so you needed a line of sight. It wasn't very reliable, whereas this, it can work easily up to 100 feet away. If you're photographing a big building like a church or something like that, you can hide 2, 3, 4, 5 of these out of sight, and you can control them all individually, adjust the zoom, the power output, turn them on or off, or whatever the case may be. I have found them fantastic. They're still available. The only difference between the 3 and the 4 is that the YN564 is also a controller as well as a receiver. So you could have the flash on the camera and you could have various YN60 563s placed around the building or location or wherever you are, and you can not only use this flash on camera, but this can also control other flashes as well, whereas the 563s can only receive. Normally I use them all off camera and I use this to control them, but you do have the option, and there have been times when I have used this on camera and had a couple of others dotted around that I've turned on or off, up or down, depending on what I'm doing. Definitely one of the best accessories that I have bought for photography. Fantastic value, absolutely fantastic value. These can make so much difference to your photography. I would definitely recommend getting 2 or 3 of them, which gives you great versatility. And although normally with a studio situation, whether it's an umbrella or a softbox, I normally just use 1 light. If you need more power, what some people do is they buy a twin hot shoe and then they set up one of the flash guns, rather 2 flash guns, to actually work on the same group and channel, so they operate as 1 flash. So you can have 2 flash guns shooting into 1 umbrella or 1 softbox, and they will both work in sync, and that way you either have more power or you can turn the power down a little, which puts less stress on the flash or increases recycle time, which is actually very good anyway. It's very rare that I ever go full power. If I shoot with umbrella softbox, I'm normally down to an 1/8 or a 1/4 or something like that. I don't need to be higher than that. It's more than adequate, but it depends on what you're doing. I would definitely recommend these. I love them. I think they're very, very good, fantastic value, a great accessory and something that everyone should have. They are quite heavy. It's not the type of thing I cart around with me. When I'm out on walkabout and I need emergency lighting, I take one of these little, because this is enough. With 2 batteries, this is fine. I don't need anything more. But for situations where I want controlled lighting, if it's something professional, if it's something important, if it's something creative, then I have everything that I need with 3 of these. I might even add one more, but that's all I will need. Definitely recommend them. That's all for now. Bye.